Have you ever wondered what the secret to a long and vibrant life is? We often search for complex answers. We look for miracle pills, complicated diets. We think the solution must be hidden in an expensive gym membership. But what if the answer is much simpler? What if it is woven into the very fabric of our daily lives? In Japan, a country renowned for its remarkable longevity, many elders have discovered this truth. They have found that the key to staying healthy and active is not about intense, punishing workouts. Instead, it is about gentle, consistent movement throughout the day. This approach is profoundly different from what many of us in the West have come to believe. We tend to see exercise as a separate activity. It is something we must schedule. It is something we must force ourselves to do. For many Japanese elders, movement is not a chore. It is a natural part of their existence. It is as routine as drinking tea, talking with a neighbor. This philosophy of integrating motion into every moment is powerful. It keeps their bodies strong, keeps their minds sharp, keeps their spirits high, well into their 80s, 90s, and even beyond. It's a beautiful way to think about health. Imagine starting each day with a sense of purpose and energy. Imagine feeling mobile and independent as you age. This is the reality for countless seniors in Japan. They are not chasing youth. They are embracing the wisdom that comes with age. A large part of that wisdom lies in understanding the body's need for regular, gentle care. They know that small, repeated actions have a massive cumulative effect. This is the secret we are going to explore together. It is a secret that is accessible to everyone, no matter your age or current fitness level. In this essay, we will unlock the simple daily moves that Japanese elders swear by. These are not difficult exercises requiring special equipment. They are ancient practices, modern habits that anyone can adopt. We will journey into the heart of Japanese culture to understand why these movements are so effective. You will learn how to incorporate them into your own life, one small step at a time. Prepare to be inspired by a gentler, more sustainable path to well-being. This is your invitation to move better, feel better, and live more. In Japan, there is a deep cultural understanding that movement is a form of medicine. This idea is not new. It is rooted in centuries of tradition and observation. The body is not seen as a machine that wears out with use. Instead, it is viewed as a living garden that needs constant, gentle tending. If you let a garden sit unattended, weeds will grow, plants will wither. Similarly, if the body remains stagnant for too long, it becomes stiff and weak. This philosophy teaches that daily motion is the water and sunlight that keep the garden of our body flourishing. This belief shapes how people approach their health from a very young age. Children are encouraged to walk to school. Communities gather for morning exercises in the local park, the very design of traditional Japanese homes, with their low tables and floor seating. These features encourage a wider range of motion than sitting in chairs. This constant, low-level physical activity is a cornerstone of their way of life. It is not about pushing your body to its absolute limit. It is about honoring its natural need to bend, stretch, walk, and balance every single day. This concept is beautifully captured in the Japanese term ikigai, which means a reason for being. For many elders, maintaining their physical independence is a huge part of their ikigai. Being able to walk to the market, tend to their garden, play with their grandchildren. Movement is the tool that allows them to continue participating fully in life. It is the enabler of social connection, personal hobbies, and self-reliance. Health is not just the absence of disease, it is the ability to live a meaningful life. Therefore, the daily movements we will explore are more than just physical exercises. They are rituals that connect the body, mind, and spirit. They are a way of showing respect for the gift of life and the vessel that carries us through it. This perspective shifts the focus from having to exercise to getting to move. It is a celebration of what our bodies can do, rather than a punishment for what we have eaten. This positive and integrated mindset is perhaps the most powerful medicine of all, creating a foundation for lasting health and happiness. Let's be honest, for many of us, the gym can be an intimidating place. The loud music, the complex machines, the pressure to perform, it can feel overwhelming. The Japanese approach to daily movement offers a refreshing and liberating alternative. It suggests that the world is your gym. Your home, your neighborhood, the local park are all perfect venues for staying active. This shifts the focus from structured workouts to finding natural opportunities for motion. It is about rediscovering the joy of moving your body in simple, functional ways. In the Western world, We often think of the squat as a specific exercise performed in a gym, usually with heavy weights. But in Japan and in many parts of the world, the deep squat is a fundamental human resting position. It is as natural as standing or sitting. For generations, Japanese people have squatted in daily life while waiting for a bus, tending to a garden, just talking with friends. This simple posture, often lost to chair-based cultures, is a cornerstone of lower body strength and mobility. It keeps the hips, knees, and ankles healthy and functional into old age. Observe young children at play. They drop into a perfect deep squat with ease, heels flat on the ground, back straight, staying there comfortably for long periods. This is our natural ability, but as adults in chair-based societies, we lose it. Hips become tight, ankles stiffen, leg muscles weaken. Many Japanese elders who kept the habit still use the squat every day. It proves the principle, use it or lose it. Regular, full-range squatting preserves a key physical skill for life. Squatting daily isn't about sets and reps. It's about folding the position into everyday activities. Instead of bending from the waist to pick something up, which can strain the lower back, an elder might drop into a full squat. That uses the legs and glutes to lift and protects the spine. In a traditional Japanese home, you are less likely to find a collection of sofas and high-backed chairs. Instead, you will see a living space centered around tatami mats and low tables. This is not just an aesthetic choice. It is a lifestyle that promotes constant, gentle movement. The practice of sitting on the floor, known as yukani suwaru, is deeply embedded in the culture. Sharing a meal, watching television, reading a book, daily life unfolds closer to the ground. This simple habit has profound implications for physical health, especially as one ages. It turns the simple act of sitting and standing into a beneficial exercise. To rise from the floor, you must engage your core, use your leg muscles, coordinate your balance. This sequence of movements is a mini workout in itself. Now imagine doing this multiple times a day, every single day. Floor sitting also encourages a variety of postures. Unlike a chair, which locks you into a single static position, the floor invites frequent posture changes. The benefits of floor sitting are not just anecdotal. They are supported by modern science. One of the most significant advantages is the impact on hip mobility. Prolonged chair sitting shortens the hip flexor muscles at the front of your hips. Furthermore, the act of getting up and down from the floor is a clinically recognized indicator of longevity. A study in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that the ability to sit and rise without using your hands predicts mortality risk. The daily habit of floor sitting among Japanese elders is continuous training for this vital life skill. Floor sitting also promotes better core stability. Without a backrest, the deep abdominal muscles must work to keep you upright. To reclaim your squat, don't drop into a full deep squat on day one. Instead, begin with a supported squat. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, or stand in front of a countertop. Hold on for balance. Lower yourself only as far as comfortable. Another great option is a small stool, or use a stack of books as support. Place the support behind you. Practice squatting down until you're sitting on it. This is called a box squat. It lets you practice the movement safely. To begin floor sitting, start with short, comfortable sessions. Place a cushion on the floor or use a folded blanket. Provide padding for your hips, and provide padding for your ankles. Try sitting on the floor to watch 10 minutes of TV. Sit with your back against a wall for support. Be mindful of any pain. A feeling of stretching is good. Sharp pain is a signal to stop and adjust. The goal isn't to abandon chairs. It's to create balance between chair sitting and floor sitting. Make it a conscious choice. Gradually increasing floor time re-educates your body. It strengthens your muscles and unlocks a new level of mobility and resilience that will serve you for the rest of your life. In many Western cultures, walking is often seen as a last resort. It's what you do when your car breaks down or when you just can't find a parking spot. For many Japanese elders, however, the perspective is entirely different. Walking is not an inconvenience. It's the default mode of transportation for any reasonable distance. This fundamental shift in mindset is a powerful driver of their daily activity levels. This approach is supported by how many Japanese towns and cities are designed. Neighborhoods are often built on a human scale. An elder might visit the local market for fresh vegetables. That simple trip becomes a built-in session of light cardio. Walking culture fosters a deep connection to community. When you walk, you're not sealed inside a metal box. You see changing seasons in local gardens. You greet neighbors and stop for a brief chat. This social and sensory engagement makes walking rich and rewarding. For seniors, it's an antidote to social isolation. Contrast that with a car-centered life. That lifestyle encourages sedentarism, weakening the body and detaching you from your surroundings. Beyond the practical walks through town, Japanese culture holds a deep reverence for walking in nature. This practice is so valued that it has a specific name, Shinrin-yoku, which translates to forest bathing. Now, this isn't about hiking or vigorous exercise. It's the gentle, meditative art of immersing yourself in the forest. Elders often take slow, mindful strolls through local parks and woods. The goal isn't distance, but connecting through the five senses. Listening to the birdsong, feeling the breeze on your skin, smelling the earth and trees, watching light play through the leaves. The health benefits are well documented and scientifically supported. Time in nature can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol, and improve focus and memory. Trees emit airborne compounds called phytoncides, which boost natural killer cell activity, key to immune defense. So elders aren't just exercising, they're breathing a natural form of medicine. This practice counters the mental fatigue of modern life. Nature offers soft fascination. Gentle patterns of leaves, water, and clouds draw attention effortlessly, letting directed attention rest and recover. That's why a walk in the park can feel so restorative. Inspired by the Japanese way of walking, you can begin to weave more movement into your own life starting today. The very first step is to change your mindset. Try to see short car trips as missed opportunities for a healthy walk. To make walking a consistent habit, it's really essential to be prepared. Invest in a comfortable, supportive pair of walking shoes. This is honestly the single most important piece of equipment you'll need. You can use Shinrin-yoku principles even without a forest nearby. Walk through a local park, a quiet tree-lined street. The key is to be mindful. Leave your phone in your pocket. Finally, make it social and purposeful. Arrange to walk with a friend or a family member. This adds accountability and makes walks more enjoyable. Build these small rituals, and you'll transform walking into a cherished part of life. As we journey through the physical habits that support a long and healthy life, we now arrive at a skill that is often overlooked until it begins to fade: balance. For many Japanese elders, maintaining good balance is not an afterthought. It's actually a conscious and daily practice. They understand that stability is not just about preventing falls. It's a fundamental pillar of confident movement. It allows you to walk on uneven ground without fear, to bend down and tie your shoes with ease, and to carry a bag of groceries up a flight of stairs safely. Our sense of balance is a complex and beautiful symphony conducted by our brain, involving input from our eyes, our inner ears, and tiny receptors in our muscles and joints called proprioceptors. As we get older, this system can naturally become less efficient. This is why proactive balance training is so incredibly important. By regularly and intentionally challenging our stability, we are actively strengthening this entire neuromuscular communication network. One of the most common and honestly most effective balance exercises is deceptively simple: standing on one leg. This movement is a powerful diagnostic tool and a potent training exercise. It's often woven into daily routines, while brushing teeth, waiting for the kettle to boil. The moment you lift one foot off the ground, your entire stabilization system is challenged. Ankle adjustments, knee adjustments, hip adjustments. Your core muscles engage to keep your torso upright. Begin by holding a sturdy surface for support. Aim for 10 to 15 seconds. As you improve, increase the challenge. Reduce reliance on support. Whole hand, fingertips, single finger, hovering hand. The goal? Stand freely on one leg without assistance. Beyond the dynamic challenge of the one-legged stand, Japanese elders also practice mindful postures that cultivate balance through stillness. A common example, a modified tree pose. Not about lifting the leg high, but finding serene, stable stillness and holding it with mindful attention. Try standing with your feet together. Close your eyes for a few seconds to up the difficulty. That removes visual input, forcing your inner ear and proprioceptors to work harder. The true genius of the Japanese approach to balance lies in its seamless integration into daily life. Apply this to countless other moments. Practice walking heel to toe down a hallway. Place one foot directly in front of the other so the heel of the front foot touches the toes of the back foot. At first, trail your fingers along a wall for support. Play with your balance. Make it enjoyable. Try standing on one leg to put on socks and to put on trousers. Walk on grass on a soft dirt path on a slightly uneven surface. Make balance playful. Adopt the elders' wisdom. Preserve your independence. Safeguard yourself from falls. move with confidence and joy for all the years to come. So far, we've explored many movements that can be practiced individually. However, a vital piece of the Japanese longevity puzzle is, honestly, the power of community. In Japan, movement is often a shared experience, a social activity that brings people together. Local parks, community centers, public squares become open-air gyms where neighbors gather to exercise in unison. This shared commitment creates a powerful sense of belonging and mutual encouragement. For many Japanese elders, these group exercise sessions are a cornerstone of their social lives. Having a group of friends expecting you to show up is a powerful motivator, far more effective than relying on willpower alone, especially on days when you might feel less energetic or enthusiastic. This communal approach removes many of the barriers that can make exercise feel intimidating. There is no sense of competition or judgment. The focus is on participation, not performance. Perhaps the most famous example of group movement in Japan is Radio Taiso, which translates to radio calisthenics. This national institution has been part of Japanese life for nearly a century. Every morning, millions tune in to a public radio broadcast that guides them through a gentle 3-minute routine. School children do it, factory workers do it, groups of elders do it in the park. The Radio Taiso routine is a masterpiece of design. It consists of about 13 simple movements, carefully sequenced to work the entire body from head to toe. It's dynamic stretching that wakes up the muscles, lubricates the joints, and gets the blood flowing. When a group of people performs Radio Taiso or any other synchronized routine, a special kind of magic happens. Neurologically, it engages what are known as mirror neurons in the brain. It literally gets everyone on the same wavelength. Studies in social psychology have shown that when people move in time together, they report feeling more connected and are more likely to cooperate with each other afterwards. This builds social bonds and strengthens the fabric of the community. You don't have to move to Japan to reap the benefits of social exercise. You can start building your own movement community right where you are. The first step is simply to look for existing opportunities. If there are no suitable classes nearby, start your own informal group. Invite 1 or 2 friends or neighbors to join you for a daily walk. Agree on a time and a meeting place. You can even create your own version of Radio Taiso. The routines are widely available on YouTube. Gather a few friends in a backyard. The shared experience of learning and synchronizing is where the real magic lies. By reaching out to others, you embrace a wisdom Japanese elders have long known. Movement is good for the body. Moving together is good for the soul. Find your tribe, and you'll find motivation and friendship that will sustain your health for years to come. We have now journeyed through the simple yet profound daily movements that form the foundation of health and longevity for so many Japanese elders. As we conclude, embrace the single most important lesson, the cumulative power of small daily actions. A little every day goes a very long way. Think of it like saving money. A single coin in a jar each day seems trivial, but over a year it becomes significant. Your body works the same. Each stretch is a deposit into flexibility. Each walk adds to cardiovascular savings. Each balance exercise builds stability. Let me share one final story. In a small village nestled in the hills of Okinawa lived a woman named Chiyo, who was known for her radiant health and energy, even as she celebrated her 95th birthday. When asked for her secret, she would simply lead visitors to her small, immaculate garden. "My body is like my garden," she would explain with a warm smile. "It does not need harsh chemicals or violent tilling. It needs gentle daily attention." Her daily gardening was a living embodiment of all the movements we have discussed. Her garden was not a chore. It was her ikigai, her reason for being. Tending to it gave her purpose, kept her body moving, and connected her to the earth and her community. The knowledge of these 6 daily moves is a wonderful starting point, but knowledge alone does not change our lives. The true transformation begins with a single, gentle action. Don't feel overwhelmed by all the ideas we explored. Instead, choose just one. Pick the single movement or habit that resonates most with you, the one that feels most achievable and perhaps even enjoyable. Maybe it is doing a few gentle neck rolls right now. Perhaps it's the commitment to stand on one leg for 10 seconds the next time you brush your teeth, or walking to the end of your street and back before bed tonight. Whatever you choose, let it be small, let it be easy. Lasting change comes not from giant leaps, but from steady, small, manageable steps in the right direction. All you need is your body. All you need is your breath. All you need is the intention to move a little more. So, what will your first gentle step be? Choose it now. Take a deep breath. Begin. Your future self, full of life and energy, will thank you for it.